Hi, good morning. Welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 415, and we are here live in Southwest Florida watching the sunrise over the buildings and the trees in the east, and this is the gorgeous Gulf of Mexico behind me. I have seen a couple of dolphin already this morning. Hopefully they come back. If you're joining me live, please say hello. Hi, Becky and Judy, Lily, Cynthia, Christy, Grace, good morning. Hi, Thea. And Lisa, and Stacy, Betsy, Naomi, Jane, good morning everybody. Thanks for joining me live. Hi Cherie and Judy, Becky, Cynthia, Captain's here. Captain Housekeeper is here. I didn't see him, but I see a lot of people saying hi to Captain, so good morning, Drew. Hi Carol, and Lily, and Pat, thank you all for joining me live. I already seen two dolphins, so let's hope they come back. Hi Joe. I could not get the camera on quick enough to capture it. Hi Melissa. Oh, there's Captain Housekeeper. Good morning. Hi Christine and Glory. Thanks for joining live. Good morning Pamela. Glad you all could be here. What day is it? It's Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. I missed those commercials with the camel. Those were so fun. Oh, so fun. I loved it. Besides, I just love camels so much anyway. All right, so happy Wednesday, everybody. Glad you all could be here. It is a gorgeous morning. It is sunny and warm and not too windy, and the waves are nice and loud. Hopefully you can hear them. Hopefully the sound works well today. I know yesterday I gave you a quick sneak peek of an upcoming pattern I'm working on with tapestry crochet and motifs, all inspired by a Moroccan tile pattern that I love. And I wanted to give you a couple of tips about what I'm doing while I'm working with it. First of all, I've doubled the yarn in this project to make it a really squishy blanket. And what I thought has been working really well for me is, instead of working from two separate balls when I'm doubling the yarn, I hand wound both balls together so that they are wound and ready to go as a doubled yarn. Because I'm doing that with two separate colors, I found that this really cuts down on the amount of tangling going on in my bag. I know you all know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you just can't help for yarns getting tangled in your bag. And one of the ways to do that is to cut down, number one, on the number of things that can get tangled. And by doubling up the yarn into a ball first, it just eliminates some of that extra tangle. I've also found that they work really well together. So this is the first thing that I would recommend doing. The next thing I would recommend doing, although I didn't do it over the weekend because I forgot to bring one, I would really recommend weaving in your ends as you go. Every time I do, I feel like my project looks better as I go, and then there's no giant job to do at the end either. So you can see it's a little distracting. This is the right side, and this is the wrong side. And you can see a little bit, it's kind of distracting to see all those ends to weave in. So that's the other thing that I would recommend. Now, when you're using a yarn doubled, you also may wonder, should you use both ends to weave in as you go? And as tempting as that may be, and maybe there are times when it's okay to do that, I would recommend weaving in the ends separately, just because, especially for this is going to be a baby blanket for a brand new mom. And I don't want to give her something that's going to easily come apart. So I want this to be able to easily go in the washing machine and dryer. I will be giving her this gift with a laundry bag so that she can at least put it in the laundry bag first, but it will be machine washable and dryable in the laundry bag. The reason why I suggest the laundry bag is because it's still handmade. So you don't want it to be touching buttons or zippers or Velcro or any of those other things. Anytime you make something handmade, it's going to be a little more delicate than something machine made. And so I always recommend washing your handmaids in a laundry bag. If you need laundry bags, you know I have them in my shop, so you can go to KristinOmdahl.com and check those out. I sell them in a really big size, so you can actually wash more than one handmade item in the bag, which is nice and convenient. Does anybody have any questions about what I talked about so far? I've got yarn to show. I have all the new colors for Be So Serene yarn back in stock on my website, and would love to show you all the colors and get some requests from you to mix and match colors together. But let's make sure that there aren't any questions about tapestry crochet and doubling your yarn and weaving in your ends first. Thanks, Naomi. Hi, Constance. I missed a bunch of names and I apologize for that, but you know I appreciate you and so glad you're here. Okay, so without any more delays, I have Be So Serene yarn back in stock on my website. I will update the photos as soon as I get back to my office this morning, but you can order now. I set it up so that you can order now based on the colors you see here. So you do have the exclusive first look at, you can shop first before anyone else, but if you want to wait to see the colors, they'll be up in another couple of hours. So got all the colors back in stock for Be So Serene yarn. I'm going to set them up next to each other first. Oh, so pretty, so pretty. Here we go. So let's start from the top. This is Blissful, which is a beautiful raspberry pink. Oh, and by the way, this is a number 2 sport weight, 100% organic cotton yarn. This is Blissful, which is a bright raspberry pink. Then we have Gentle, which is a bronzy green, very pale and subtle. Then we have a violet plum called Centered. This yarn is so soft. We have a bright turquoise called Tranquil. Ooh! We've got some thunder. It is summertime, isn't it? We have a beautiful teal blue called Grateful. We have a nice subtle mauve pink called Mindful. And a beautiful lavender lilac, kind of a soft purple, called Lovable. You have to retwist that one. And a beautiful soft peach called Peaceful. And a new one called Hopeful. This is like a really soft and creamy wintry white that I've just added. It's a very subtle dyeing, but it's a really nice neutral to pop with all of the other colors. So that one's called Hopeful. And now I will quickly go through the colors as I pick them up, and then we'll take any requests for anything you want to see together. Picking 2, 3, or 4, and the names might be tough for you right now. So we could always, I'm going to say the names a couple more times, and then if you want to see, but honestly, they all look good together. That's the good thing. Honestly, you can pick 2, 3, or 4 of any of them, and they all look amazing. So this is Lovable, Peaceful, Hopeful, and Mindful. Okay, then we've got Gentle, and Grateful, and Centered, and Blissful, and Tranquil. I'm going to show you some of my favorites. We'll do a couple of them in just duos. So Grateful and Mindful, I think, is a really beautiful, subtle combination. I think that Blissful and Tranquil are amazing together. Also, Tranquil and Peaceful are amazing together, but then Blissful and Tranquil are amazing together as well. And then once you go into the 3, Gentle and Lovable are amazing together. Gentle and Grateful are amazing together. See if anybody has any requests. Centered and Blissful are beautiful together. But seriously, you could just pick up any combination and they're all beautiful together. There's a pattern that I have in mind in my head that I did years ago in, it's either 4 or 5 colors of Be So Sporty yarn. It's called the Majestic Skies crochet shawl. Really, really beautiful and done in multiple colors within the motifs. You could take 4 or 5 colors of this and do something like that. And what would be great is that you'd have extra yarn left over. So if you did something like that, what I would like to see is, or you would be able to have extra yarn left over to make the mandala. Like I have a serene mandala pattern, and I have a serene sampler scarf. If you bought enough yarn to do the shawl, there would be left over to do those extra projects too. So that would be really cool. So if you picked 4 colors, even going in the pinks and purples, this is beautiful too. This is centered. Let me make sure I got this right. Yeah, centered, blissful, lovable, and mindful. How pretty is that to go in just the purple family? Then we can try to do the blue-green family too. Those are beautiful, and that would be great with the pop of hopeful, winter white, or you could pop in maybe lovable with that, maybe even peaceful. Yeah, there's really no bad combination. I don't know how that worked out, but there really isn't a bad combination. But if somebody has a specific request, or pick one color and then I'll show what all the other colors look like next to it. So I'll start first and wait for Tranquil. Lisa suggested Tranquil. So yeah, there was a Zen colorway, but I didn't do that one this time. So here's Tranquil, which is that bright, gorgeous turquoise. And I'm going to show what all the colors look like next to it, and they're all going to be pretty. So this is Tranquil, and this is with Gentle, with Grateful, with Lovable, with Peaceful, with Hopeful. Honestly, doing a 3-color combo with Hopeful and any 2 colors would be just gorgeous too. This is Tranquil with Mindful and Blissful and Centered. I can't believe I got all the names right. I was a little worried this morning because the names don't relate to colors very much. So Thea is requesting Peaceful. So let me show you what Peaceful looks like with every color up next to it. So we'll start with the beautiful soft peach that's called Peaceful, and then we'll show that with Lovable, Gentle, Grateful, Centered, Hopeful, Mindful. Oh yeah, you're right, they did. Blissful and Tranquil just walked by. Blissful and Tranquil. Yes, if anybody was watching those 2 ladies that just walked by, these are the colors that just walked by. That's funny. All right, does anybody have any other requests for any combinations to see? And I'll have the photos up on the website within an hour or 2, and I'll probably send out an email shortly after that to let you all know that it's there and everybody else. Good morning, Jackie. Thanks for joining live. Good morning to everybody who's here that I missed your names while I was doing a show and tell. I'm grateful that you're all here. Lisa wants several. Good. Names remind Paper Fish of Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. Yeah, a lot of them were adverbs too, weren't they? I mean, that's what I really went for with this, is to make all of them really calm and peaceful adverbs. So try to keep all of them with full at the end. It was kind of tough, but tried. Is that adverbs? No, now I'm confused. Anyway, whatever. It's not adverbs. I think it's just adjectives. I didn't sleep well last night. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Hi, Jackie. Thanks for joining live. Glad you could be here. So, if anybody was online this morning before the podcast started, you will see that I launched a new video for Layers Crochet this morning. So, as the you all probably already know that I have 2 brand new books. There's Layers Crochet and Layers Knit. They're both available as autographed copies on my website, and they're available on Amazon Prime throughout the world now. So if you live in Germany, it's on Amazon Prime. If you live in England, Spain, Italy, France, Japan, doesn't matter whichever Amazon Prime market you're in, you can order this book on Amazon Prime in your market. Also, you can order it on Kindle if you want a digital. You can order the digital copy on my website. But if you want an autographed copy, the only place to get them is on my website. Now, as I'm working on getting all of the videos for each project. There will be a tutorial video for every single project in both books within the next couple of weeks. A lot of them are already there, and you can go to the Layers Crochet and Layers Knit playlists here on my YouTube channel and watch all of them. They're also kept categorized on the book pages on my website. All of those links are in the video description below. And this morning I launched the Violetta crochet video tutorial. So if you got a chance to watch it this morning, great. If you didn't, I would highly recommend going back and watching it after the podcast, because if you've never made a top-down construction sweater before, you're really going to love the visual of seeing two fronts and a back come together to become a yoke to start the body. And I think when you're going from doing two-dimensional projects to three-dimensional to make a garment, I really think the visual of watching it come wrapped together to go from flat two-dimensional to three-dimensional is a really powerful thing to watch. And so if you're interested in making this pattern or maybe other top-down construction patterns, I think you might really enjoy seeing the visual of watching it transform from two-dimensional to three-dimensional. Jane watched it this morning and loved it. Thank you so much. I'm glad. So those of you that like the left-hand videos, there will be a left-hand video released for it later today as well. Yes, Lily, it would make a fantastic dress. And the shaping is already generous enough that I think you could keep going. But if you wanted to add more shaping, once you do the lower body of Violetta, it is very easy to understand how to keep going and modify to make it even with more volume. But this would be a super, super easy project to turn into a dress. I agree. Hi, Kim. Good morning. Got quite a few birds here this morning. And groups of people. It's pretty active here at the beach this morning. Does anybody have any questions about the new books or the Violetta tutorial video or the Be So Serene yarn or anything we've talked about so far? Or do you have a different question? Oh no, pouring rain in Texas for Captain Housekeeper. I'm sure we're going to get rain soon if you can. Can you guys hear the thunder that I can hear over here over the water? Oh, Cherie used Shishoogi Bond colorway for her Violetta. That sounds beautiful. Very nice. I know several other people are working on that pattern right now, so hopefully the video will be really helpful. Raining in Illinois for Grace too. Boo! Hopefully you guys are inside and dry. Thanks, Lisa. I'm glad you love the new books. Me too. Hi, Shelley. All right, so when I send out that email later today, I am going to add all of the links to all of the Amazon markets that the books are available in, because I'm still getting lots of questions about that. So I will spell it out nice and easy in an email later today. If you're not signed up for my mailing list yet, I highly recommend signing up for it. There's a link for that in the video description below as well. It's the best way to find out when something's new or there's a promotion or any sort of news. We can talk about things here, but if you really want the links and the information right on the spot, that's the place to do it. Lisa found them on Amazon. That's good. Happy Constitution Day from Denmark. Thank you, Susie. Same to you. Hi, Kay Beach. I'm wearing my Kelly earrings today from 80 Handmade Gifts, and it also is done in Be So Fine Bling yarn, which is such a fabulous yarn for jewelry because the shimmer is just outrageously gorgeous. And I'm also wearing, I think this is the same dress I've worn all week. You know how much I love my sundresses in the summertime. This one's from my Amazon shop. It's the one that I've worn in a couple of prints this week. I showed it in the leopard print and a couple of really pretty floral prints and a leaf print. And this is the solid color plum, which is such a pretty color too. These dresses have the seamed waist, which gives you a nice structure between boobs, waist, and hips. which is really good for curvy girls like me to see that waist separation, and it's a great candidate for wearing layers over the top. It's a little too warm for me this morning outside, but once I go inside, I can throw on any number of vests from one of these books. I'll show you one in particular that would be absolutely gorgeous over this, and that would be the Agnes corset tied cardigan, because it has a short sleeve on it. You know how we talk about whatever type of sleeve you have here, you want the opposite on a layer. So because I'm wearing sleeveless, I would want my next layer on top to have a sleeve. If this had a sleeve, then I would be happy with a sleeveless layer on top. Does that make sense? If you have a sleeve, you want a no sleeve over the top. If you will have no sleeve, you want a sleeve over the top. And if you sleeve over sleeve is fine, but when you're doing one layer sleeveless, I think it's really nice to have an opposite layer in a different length. So this would be super duper gorgeous over this dress. What else? The, Ruana. The Fay Ruana would be gorgeous and belted over this. I was gonna look up. The Meadow, probably only if I belted it. I would probably only wear that belted over this because this skirt has fit and flare at the bottom. If I wore a loose top over a skirt that's full, I would end up looking a little on the frumpy side. So just being honest, I don't want you to be disappointed. I've learned the hard way. Not all layers work. This looks fantastic over this dress. I've worn this particular vest over almost all of the different prints that this dress come in. They make a great combination together. It's open enough that you can still see the shape in the dress underneath, and it's short enough that it doesn't compete with the full skirt of the dress as well. So I like that one a lot. And then Selena. The Selena belted would be absolutely beautiful over this dress. In fact, this is over this dress, but the hot pink version of it. Super pretty. So this vest would be really beautiful over it too, from Layers Knit. Yeah, so lots of choices for a dress like this. Yeah, Lisa, the Sabrina crochet topper vest can work over absolutely anything. Oh, thanks, Karen. Hi, Butterfly. Glad you could be here. Selena's one of my favorites, Lisa. I love it. Could wear it over anything. Hi, Butterfly Kisses. Hi, Karen. Oh, so I was mentioning the earrings I'm wearing. The earrings are from 80 Handmade Gifts. Also available on my website as a digital download on Kindle and my website, and available in all Amazon markets throughout the world. Okay, so I think it's time to pick a number. So if somebody would like to pick a number between 1 and 5, I will randomly pick a quote from one of the 5 issues of the Create, Share, Inspire notebook, and we'll talk about a quote this morning. So I'll wait to see somebody pick a number between 1 and 5. Lisa picked 2. It's the first one that I saw. Ah, my birthday photo. Love this one. And definitely very close to some of the colorways in Be So Fine Bling right now. Okay. Boy, that thunder's getting closer. It's a good thing it's almost time to go. Glad I didn't have to cut the podcast short for it this morning, though. Ooh, this is a good one. I know I always say that. You know I can't help it. All right, so this one is from Gautama Buddha. I don't know if I said his first name correctly. There are only 2 mistakes one can make along the road to truth: not going all the way and not starting. Isn't that great? Yeah. Yeah. You got to start. Always have to start, and then not give up, right? Those are the only 2 people. You're starting a new business, starting a new diet, starting some sort of self-improvement. There are only 2 things you need to do. You need to start, and you need to not give up. That's it. That's it. So let's read the quote again. I firmly believe in this. It's the advice I give to anybody asking me about business or entrepreneurship or anything, that learning something new. It's the only 2 things that you need. You need to start, and you need to never give up. Doesn't matter how long it takes you to do anything. It matters that you don't give up on yourself. Okay, so Gautama Buddha, Don't know if I said his name correctly, so I apologize if I didn't. There are only 2 mistakes one can make along the road to truth: not going all the way and not starting. So, no matter what you're wanting to do today, you need to start and you need to not give up. That's it. Love this. That's very energizing and a great way to start hump day. What do you think? Does anybody have any last questions? Because we're live. If you've got a question, now would be the time. And if you watch the recorded version of the podcast later today, please feel welcome to chime in, ask me questions, because I get notifications all day about all those comments too. So I am totally able to answer your questions there as well and let you feel part of the podcast as well. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed my tips and tricks for tapestry crochet motifs and my show and tell of all of these gorgeous colors in Be So Serene yarn. Ooh, I like this whole combination too. Yes, beautiful. And what else did we talk about today? Well, whatever else we talked about today, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the sunrise, the beautiful sound of the waves, chatting with me and everyone else here today. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a great day, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow. And if you get a chance, go check out the Violetta crochet tutorial that I uploaded this morning. I think you're gonna love it. Bye. Have a great day.